What's going on, guys? My name is Alex. Welcome back to the Black Gold Loyal. If you haven't seen the first video, I make conversational videos like this one. I'm doing match day vlogs this season, and so much more. It's the first fan-run YouTube channel fully devoted to FC Tulsa, its supporters, and the club culture. So, if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and subscribe down below so you don't miss any of the matches this year. First game is about 2 weeks away, a little less than that. So today, with the 2021 USL Championship season just a few short months away, I wanted to talk about the recent soccer surge in the city of Tulsa and what is making it so special. So without further ado, here are 5 things that are promoting the sport in our city and proving that its popularity is here to stay. Number 1, the new ownership actually cares. Not to rain on the old ownership, I love the Drillers, but the Roughnecks always seemed kind of like a side hustle to them, something to keep money coming in when baseball wasn't in season. The product on the pitch wasn't as good, and everything, as it had one of the most awkward pitch layouts in all of the USL. Everything in TRFC was done in partnership with the Drillers, and to me, the lack of concern was best shown in the team store of all things. Less than a third of the store was TRFC merch, and even then there wasn't that much. There was the obvious jersey and scarf, but aside from that, it was pretty much basic crest tee. But since the Kraft brothers bought the team, they have gone above and beyond to show us supporters that they actually listen and care to what we have to say. From town halls, to watch parties for away games, to local initiatives to not only grow the youth game in the city, but to reach out to the city beyond the sport. No other sports team here is doing that at all, and it just shows a tremendous amount, tremendous interest in giving us a team we can be proud of. Speaking of which, leads us right into number 2. So number 2, the rebrand. Look, everyone here has nostalgia for the Roughnecks name. I wasn't even alive when the original Roughnecks were around, but you can tell it was the peak of soccer here. But there's no denying the amount of overwhelming support coming out of the rebrand that has been put together since December of 2019. I remember getting ready to move back here as it was being announced and being absolutely awed by everything. The colors, the crest, and when the new kits were unveiled, oh boy. As you guys know, I do have both of them. Everything was just very well put together, and it felt like an actual football club. Not American soccer, but true football, the world's sport. To me, that was one of the biggest pieces missing in growing our football culture. We shouldn't just blend in, but there's a way to stand out from the crowd while honoring timeless football traditions, and FC Tulsa have just hit that perfect spot. Number 3, One Oak Field and its location. I've been advocating for FC Tulsa to have their own stadium since their inception in 2015. But since the ownership has changed, the presentation of the match has as well. I have no idea why the last owners thought putting the pitch sideways in the outfield was a good idea, but it was horrendous. I just watched the game online and I could tell it was a bad idea, because since I was away for so long, that's how I had to do it, and it just seemed like such an awkward layout for the pitch. But last year, they rotated the pitch, and now every seat seems to be so much closer to the match than it did before. It has truly made One Oak Field a decent place to go for a game. And on top of that, the location could not be more perfect. Look, I want our own stadium, but I really hope when we do get it, they don't move it away from downtown. One Oak Field has the best pregame culture, with the cornerstone, in my opinion, being Elgin Park. Elgin Park Brewery is my favorite pregame spot, and no, I'm not at all paid to say that. The service has always been fantastic, the food is great, but the best part of the whole thing is that it's directly across the street from the stadium. On top of that, the city keeps that stretch of Elgin Avenue closed off on match day, so it is a super easy walk. And then there's all of the in-stadium activities, like this last year having Hispanic Heritage Night and Mayfest Night. All of that, the art feature with the Mayfest celebration. It's a huge step in the right direction for match day experience here in Tulsa. Number 4, social media presence. The FC Tulsa team has taken a huge step up from the Tulsa Roughnecks in this department, and it shows. They have put such an increase of attention into their video packages and their YouTube channel. And it's a minor detail of the club, but it's brought so much class and looks so good. The level of interaction is something that FC Tulsa supporters haven't seen until now, and it is a most welcome change. In addition, the fans are embracing it. I mean, look at the interactions with 83 United and all of the fan projects like this YouTube channel and Scissortail Nation podcast. Fully fan-driven and focused solely on the team. For those of you who haven't checked it out yet, check out Scissortail Nation. It's a really great show. Both guys follow me on Twitter and I follow them. Really enjoy listening to every episode, so go check out Bo and Brad's show. And number 5, the numbers just keep growing. It's no secret that Tulsa loves its USL team's new identity. The merge sales have shown that as they have shown a 6-fold increase. And on top of that, the team gained more social media followers in its first 3 months post-rebrand than it had in the previous 18 combined. That's huge. Probably the most impressive is that in a pandemic, year with reduced capacity, FC Tulsa averaged more fans in 2020 than 2019. And that can be good or bad depending on how you want to look at it, but in my opinion, it is very telling of just how many people are going to show up when there aren't capacity limitations. And hopefully, the virus will be under control. This has put the city on notice too, as the team has gotten huge exposure over the last year. They secured a local TV deal with My41, a first for pro sports in Tulsa, as well as getting one of the city's biggest companies, Williams, to be the main kit sponsor. On top of all this, the preseason friendly coming up in 2 weeks, not even a regular season game, is going to air on Prime Network television on Fox 23. That's huge. Tulsa had never seen anything like it, and I can't wait to see where they take us in the years to come. So with all that said, what do you think? Do you agree? Anything you would add? Let me know in the comments below. And also be sure to hit the button and subscribe. It helps out a ton. I'll see you guys in the next video.